Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another video. This will be another garden update video. So as you can see, the arch trellis there, the pickling cucumbers are over halfway on the right side, not quite on the left side, but anyway, we'll get started here on the little tour. The pickling cucumbers I can't keep up with. They are growing so well. And they, as you know, cucumbers, they double, triple in size overnight, but they're just everywhere on the plant. And these, yesterday I pickled some, and these were really small yesterday, and now they're just everywhere. And once again, I have to leave in the morning to travel for work, so these are gonna get a lot bigger by the time I get back. Go over to the left side here. The left side doesn't have as many in there, but I mean, I don't need that many. I've already canned a whole bunch over the weekend. I think I got like 14 or 15 quarts of whole pickles, and then I got 8 pints of hamburger slices and 6 half pints of relish. Anyway, on to the tomatoes. The tomatoes are not getting as big as I would hoped by now. I did plant them out here a lot smaller than normal, but as far as the plants themselves, they're doing really well. And I am starting to see some nice sized tomatoes on some of the plants. And I mean, they're still putting on tomatoes, so I got plenty of time. Walk over to the other side. I have had a little issue with blossom end rot, and I think that was due to just the very stormy weather we got for like 2 or 3 weeks of consistent rain and then to no rain. And once I started watering regularly, the blossom end rot has seemed to go away, I should say. Now, I know from experience it's not a calcium deficiency, it's a watering issue. Like 95% of the time you get blossom end rot, it's a watering issue, not a calcium issue. Now this tomato variety, I think it's called a Valiant, but it is putting off just humongous sets of tomatoes. I mean, look at that. I'll get a better view. Look at that cluster right there. And them are supposed to be medium size. It's not a cherry tomato variety. So those are the tomatoes. Now we'll go on to the Brussels sprouts. Like every year, I have some Brussels sprout plants that do a lot better than others. Like this one here. It's already getting some decent sized ones. Then you go to one a couple over. They're there, but not as big. And that's what I struggle with every year. Back to another one that's doing well. We got a big eggplant in the middle, finally flowering. Now, I have not had much time to take care of my garden the last 2 weeks, so my Roma tomatoes are they're just all over the place. I came out here last night and did stake up the cherry tomatoes. This is a yellow pear, and that's just a large red cherry, but I mean, there's lots of Roma tomatoes all over, but sometimes life gets in the way and you just can't be out here 24/7 when you have a full-time job. You travel and you go camping and you have things to do. Now this bed here is the normal size cucumbers. If you remember, I did have beans on the bottom around this whole bed. We have harvested and canned the beans, and they were done. And as you can see, this one's got to get picked right here. It's getting too big. I'll pick that now. Yes, I know I should be clipping it off. Don't yell at me. But the cucumbers are doing well. Another eggplant in the corner over here. Now the corn, it looks good. It's just not the size I would like it to be. This is my second time trying to grow it, and it might be the last. I mean, there are some tall stalks. They're all doing what they're supposed to. And I mean, for like that ear right there is looking good. I have some little ones growing too, but the majority of the stalks just didn't get big enough to put on an ear. I mean, I guess I do still have more coming, but so hopefully I do get some corn. And that will determine how next year goes, if I plant it or not. It's fun to grow. I would really love to get a couple meals off of it. And if not, I'm done. The herbs, I've also have not had time to come clip them all and dry them all. Oh, look at that. Bumblebee action. Getting the basil flowers. That's pretty cool. Chamomile flowered. The mint. The thyme's doing really good. Now we'll move on over to the other side. These are just potatoes. The wind, the rain, well, I guess we haven't had any rain, but the wind, everything's just kind of knocking them over. We got some mini pumpkins growing up trellis back here. Ooh. I got one cherry tomato here that I will snack on. We got more potatoes. I mean, I'm keeping everything alive. That's what matters. Everything looks great. Sorry, pulling a weed. The peppers have really shot up after we decided to be 90 degrees for like 2 months straight, it felt like. Now they're just only starting to flower though, so I'm probably only gonna get one flush of peppers. This is the one we bought and it's loaded with peppers. It's a salsa variety. The onions, like I said, I have not had time to do anything out here, so I didn't weed. And it was just yesterday I came out here, weeded the whole bed, trimmed them off, even though I know the majority of them are crimped over, so they will not grow anymore. So now it's time to come take all those out and dry them. Zucchini. We've been getting tons of zucchini. These are the only beans I left in because they were looking the healthiest and still had a lot of flowers on them. And I would just like to have some for meals. I'm done canning. I got enough canned green beans to last another year. Another eggplant. 2 more tomato plants here. Again with some nice tomatoes on them. Just the plants are, and you know, maybe the heat shut them down. I still have a couple nice cabbages that I can snack on here eventually. This is what happens when you leave them in too long and they crack, but I have one rabbit that knows how to get in here. So hopefully if it's eating anything, it snacks on that. So that's why I'm leaving that. We got another one over here and then a smaller red one. Now on to this trellis you might have seen me put up and put mini pumpkins on it. And yeah, just a group there, one there. Come around to the other side and see a couple more. And we got one nice big one down there. And I do have a full-size pumpkin plants. I do have to refertilize like the heavy feeding plants, but we got a full-size one coming. Like the pumpkin plant, you can see it needs another round of fertilizer. Sorry if I'm getting you dizzy here. Now we're on to the last bed, which is the melons, the watermelon and the cantaloupe. And it is doing a lot better than last year. I'm starting to see some cantaloupe in there. Hopefully we have enough time, but I have one watermelon that I'm really excited about. And that's right here. That is already probably volleyball, almost volleyball size. And these are the sugar babies, so it's not going to get much bigger than that. Oh, I see another nice cantaloupe down in there, you can see. And there are some smaller, trying to say water and smaller together. There are some smaller watermelons in there somewhere, but then we got the buttercup squash, which it's going down. The plant's looking good. I just haven't found any squash on it yet. I see some flowers down there. Then we have another golden zucchini plant down here. And we'll go around to the last plant, which is another squash. It's the butternut, first time growing it. And I just kind of trellis it down the walkways here and move it off to the side. But there's one there and two there so far. So, and then a volunteer Roma tomato that I just left in with the cantaloupe and watermelon. Another cantaloupe. And as you can see, there's the pickling cucumbers. So, anyway, that's it for the garden tour. I'm not going to complain one bit. I'm sorry I haven't did any harvest videos yet, but like I said, sometimes life gets busy. YouTube is not a job to me. I'm just doing it for fun. And I travel a lot for work, so sorry once again. But anyway, please like, subscribe, and share or whatever. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.